I think we're live.
Are we?
I think so.
Caught off guard.
I think we're live. It is Sunday afternoon. It is 1 minute past 2, episode 43. Hello, everybody.
43. Oh. 9 more and that's it. 12 months.
I know.
Crazy.
It's scary, isn't it?
It is. How quick it's gone.
You're not kidding. Anyway, how's you this Sunday afternoon, kiddo?
Getting there, kid. Getting there, you know.
Getting there.
No, a lot going off in the background, but
yeah,
we'll get there.
Yeah, well, it certainly is a lot going off in the background. Hey up, everybody in chat. Hello. Are you going to say hello to them? Because you can read, I can't.
Yeah, no problem. I noticed Jenny sneaking in the back door there. So we got good afternoon, Bill. Afternoon, Derek. Afternoon, Gav. Mr. Spears, good afternoon. Hephaestus was with us incredibly early. Jackie, wave. The lovely Jenny, I hope you're feeling better, love. For those that didn't see, she's a bit of a flare at the minute, so the shop was shut. Should be open Monday, though, so get yourself down to Steamworks if you're in the Liverpool area. We got Lethal. We got Matt Chandler. Again, Mr. Chandler was in exceptionally early this afternoon.
Was it?
He was.
I was busy doing the technical things. I do apologise.
And last but no means least, we have Timmy.
Timmy!
I do hope you're getting on with that pipe, mate, because I love that more every time I see it.
Every time I see it, he's sort of like, you just want to sit there, don't you?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Nice.
And we've got Dion's just joined us.
Hello,
good
Dion.
afternoon. John Leon, good afternoon. First thing I do when I wake up on Sunday morning is to turn on YouTube in anticipation of the show.
Oh,
Festus, thank you.
That's awesome, that.
That's possibly one of the nicest things we've seen in chat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was in early but making a ratty hammock, so I didn't say hi. Jenny, only you would make rat hammocks.
Why not? Why not?
Well, indeed, why not? It's Sunday. Do as thou wilt.
Yeah. It's Sunday. You just chill. It's just relax. Sunday.
And, well, yes. Love it. Got the wizard tip on it right now. I found my bro a wizard regulated one today too, so he's well excited.
Awesome.
That's brilliant. Reno! Sorry, mate, I missed you off the shout. Big huggles, mate. Yeah, well, God, rats need comfort too.
Yes, they certainly do.
And Jenny says they need to be snuggly and warm.
Too right. We all need to be snuggly and warm.
For those that don't know, I think everybody in chat does. My daughter's autistic, and part of her post-16 classes is animal care.
Mm-hmm.
And so they look after a variety of animals, from lizards through to boa constrictors, grass snakes, milk snakes, the lot. But she came home most upset on Thursday because she'd had to look after the rodents. And it was like,
Thank you.
Dad, they smell. They
Aww.
smell, Dad. They
Aww.
stink. Strangely enough, though, stick a python round the neck, happy as Larry. Same as me. I used to have a Indian python. He was a big old boy.
Yeah.
But stick it round the neck, not a problem. Ask her to pick up a rat, freaks. Really does not like it.
I like rats. I can't help it. I like small furry things.
Well, Timmy's just said rats are brilliant pets. Had one growing up, and he used to come onto the shops with me, sat on my shoulder.
Awesome.
Most do. Rats are pretty clean though. Hamsters stink to high heaven. Yes, they do. Gerbils as well. They've got a nasty whiff problem. So she was looking after the feed. Oh no, no. She. They do all sorts. So they actually clean them out. They feed them. They look after them. She absolutely adores lizards, reptiles.
I think it's great that they're doing that as well.
Well, they find is a lot of special needs kids do tend to go into sort of animal care settings.
Really?
So they may help out in vets and things in the back.
Yeah.
You know, just feeding and walking and things like that.
Because there's a lot across the country, like little farms, isn't there, that's set up? Not, I won't call them like petting farms, but that kind of way they get classes to come in, look after the animals, and things like that. And they have, like donkeys, small horses, that kind of thing as well.
Now, I don't know if you saw it. There was a story on Facebook, about 2 or 3 weeks back in America, but he was a guy with a high function Asperger's.
Yeah.
And he was that sick of people not giving him a job. He actually went out and opened up his own calf.
Really?
And then his brother, who is also autistic, I believe from the article, he and some LD friends are actually running it with him. I thought that was superb.
That's awesome, isn't it?
I mean, I always see, I say this a lot. I don't see autism as a disability. I see it as a different ability.
Yeah.
Because Caitlin has so much to offer. Yeah. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting off my dad's high
not at all.
horse.
No, I mean, it's an interesting topic because let's face it, autism, it's only the brain wired up slightly different to how our brains are wired up.
Yeah.
In simple terms.
In simple terms, if you can imagine, as parent of an autistic child, you quite often get asked questions about the meltdowns, where it is literally sensory overload. Have you ever read the book by Terry Pratchett called Pyramids?
I haven't, no.
There is a character in it called Brother, and he has the most amazing memory. Yeah. He can literally look at a table and tell you what's on the table, down to the type of coin, what's on both sides of the coin, any nicks, etc. Yeah. This is a fictional character. Yeah. In real life, Caitlin can do very similar.
Yeah.
Her pattern recognition, her attention to detail, just by scanning, is unreal. However, it does lead to sensory overload, which causes the meltdown. Because she's trying to process too much information at once. Yeah. Which is why I will forever be grateful to. Matt's just said I think we need to cover this on the Vaping Misfits. I don't know. It would be awesome because I mean, I know we've got at least one autistic person in chat as well. And I really don't think there is enough about autism to the general layman in terms they can understand, because all you see is the explosive, the meltdowns, the inability to deal with social interaction.
It's because I mean, obviously, I've got two friends. I mean, obviously, you and a friend of mine. They've got kids as well that are autism, and it's quite interesting how things are developing. Especially, there was talking, and it was sort of like when they have a meal, the peas had to be in a separate bowl.
Yep.
And things like that, and it was quite. We're getting never hugged at all, and now we're getting lean, and we're getting in. It's amazing.
done if you reckon Caitlin's 16 now, yeah, the amount of hugs I've had have been countable on one hand. And she just came up the other day and just went, Daddy, can I have a hug? I was in bits.
Oh, I bet.
I'm filling up now thinking about it. You know, just that simple thing about that physical closeness to your child when you know it, they've not wanted it before. It's unbelievable. Hiya, John. Yes, we did notice that. I was going to mention that in the news.
Big fist bump to John. Yeah, I noticed that Vic's kind of back.
Kind of back, yeah. The thumbnails have all disappeared, but the videos are playable on the channel, which is great news. The amount of work he would have lost.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. But big shout out to John and thank you very much.
Here we are. Bill says, I am that way, high functioning Asperger's. The needs for rapid bipolar drastically reduced the meltdowns and the meds for rapid bipolar drastically reduce the meltdowns and are reduced to manageable levels now. Matt says, leave it with me. I shall talk to the team and get it sorted. Maybe get you on, talk about how it affects you as a parent. Yeah, that would be cool, Matt. That would. It is, trust me, I don't talk about it much because this is my daughter's personal life. Yeah, if she was a neurotypical 16-year-old, you wouldn't be talking about your 16-year-old daughter's personal life on YouTube, would you? So I'm always a bit wary.
Yeah. So it's
but the supermarkets now with their autism friendly hour, I think that is such a massive
I've not
step
heard that
forward.
one. What's that one?
Morrison's at Retford. They have an autism friendly hour. So what they do is they try and make it as comfortable as possible for autistic people. So they will turn off the background noise. They will reduce the amount of tannoy calls.
Yeah, that's awesome. That.
So that you can actually go out shopping as a family. Because that's one of the things with Kate, with her being learning disability. Her just everyday skills, you constantly need to work on them. I could say to her, we need 5 apples, and she would bring me 5 apples. That's great. I asked her to pay for them. She wouldn't think about anything about not getting change from a 20 quid note. Because when it comes down to the subtleties like money, she has very little understanding of the concept.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was an absolute massive step
I didn't
forward.
know they did that. I think that's awesome, that. And it's nice that because I don't know about you or maybe I find that going shopping, especially so like in like places like Meadowhall, and when it's busy, I can't cope with that. I really can't. So like that is sensory overload for me.
Yeah, imagine that situation, but somebody slipped earphones on you and is playing Megadeth at really high volume whilst flashing lights in your eyes, and that is some way to understanding what Caitlin's dealing with just out in the supermarket.
Yeah. I mean, I suffer terrible with crowds. I can't do crowds. Really can't do them, and it so like makes me have panic attacks and all sorts. So yeah, I can, in some way, I mean, without appreciate, if you understand.
Yeah.
Without.
Oh no, fully. I mean, as I said in chat earlier, I've got things going off at the minute, and for the first time ever, I'm having to deal with anxiety attacks. And how for all of those of you in chat that are actually dealing with that on a long-term basis, my hat goes off to you. It really does. I never realised, somebody says, "Oh, I suffer from anxiety." You don't appreciate the depth of how much it actually just. I think the description I gave to my mother-in-law was probably the best. You feel like you're a little boat on a very big rough ocean and somebody's cut the anchor chain. And you have no control.
No.
Absolutely. Really. I mean, I've been watching the Misfits anyway. And some of the stuff they deal with is incredible. But to actually sort of dip my toe into the world of mental health issues on a personal note, rather than just being a parent, Jesus, never.
I'll give you a prime example. Today, it sounds daft. Today, the washing machine when it gets on high spin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go out the house.
Just
it was the noise. It was so like, I just can't cope with this. I had to literally go out the house today. And I suffer with that on a regular basis. It's so like just too much. It's just everything just gets too much, and it's so like it ends up being that fight or flight feeling.
It does.
And it's so like it's horrible. Many a time we've gone into Doncaster or a town of such, and it's so like I've just got to get out. I've just got to get out. We'll be doing. I hate doing Tesco shopping, and the feeling that I get it's horrible. It really is. You just want literally that fight or flight feeling continuously, and it does get to me a lot. That
for everybody that's just put a comment in chat, thank you. Honestly, that means a lot.
Yeah,
it really does. I'm not a big. I try and deal with most stuff myself. Mark's been absolute. This is my huggle to Mark and Jan, because they have been amazing. Without those two, I'd be in a very dark and different place than I am now. So
we love you.
Love you too, mate. Reno, we feel the same, mate. The community makes me feel loved. Think about this for a second. It's a vaping channel, but it's so much more. Love you all. We love you too, Reno.
Love you too, kid. Big fist bump.
And the same goes for anybody else in chat. Even if it's just to know that somebody's just sort of listening or interacting, we're always here.
Yeah, and that's it. That is the point, isn't it? It's to get people to talk and know that there are people out there that, like us, we've got lovely little ears.
Mine are huge.
Mine are little. I got little tiny ears, but they're good ears.
Big ears, but I've got a good shoulder for a snuggle as well. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, you definitely gotta have a huggle.
No. Matt says, "Don't sit on your own. Anyone come and talk."
Yeah.
Exactly. That is what I am learning. That as much as for years and this is by no means meant as offence to any ladies in chat. As a bloke, you are programmed that you are to deal with everything, and sometimes you just can't.
Yeah.
And I developed a whole new appreciation of the difference between male and female coping structures. Women seem a lot better at developing supportive friendship groups, whereas blokes seem to be more your friends.
Yeah, but you don't talk.
You don't talk.
You don't.
Not
you don't.
Not to the level it's meant to.
I mean, you're pretty similar to me. I grew up in a pit village. It's all like men are men. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, if you've got a problem, you either batter it,
Be a man,
or you just shut up and get on with it.
Yeah. And it is inbred to us.
It is. Matt's just said, let's be honest, us blokes are crap. We are.
Of course we are.
I'll tell you what, I've got more respect for somebody that can turn around and say, you know, I need some help. Yeah. Because it just really is. Again, it's you don't appreciate it until you're there.
Of course you don't. No.
Yeah.
And it's all. I don't know if it's same with you, but as a bloke, it's so like it's a bit embarrassing as well. It's so like that feeling that you're not in control.
Oh God, is it?
It's so like, come on, you're a man. You should, man.
Don't.
It is though, isn't it?
In Wilco's buying paint, and I realised I was blubbing. Just stood in the queue buying paint. Absolutely, just, and I've got, tears coming down the cheeks, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going off? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had it many a time where it's sort of like just all of a sudden I'm sat in the car and I'm roaring my eyes out.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, you don't know why.
No.
It would be nice if so like, yeah, I can say it's that reason and it's that reason, it's that reason, or it's this one main reason that I'm like I am. But normally you find you don't know exactly why you're feeling like you are.
And for the first time, me and my dad have talked. And I mean really talked. And I wish to God we had had that conversation 20 years ago. Because, I obviously don't want to go into detail, but one conversation completely reframed what I thought I knew about my dad. And I really think we have missed out on possibly a much better relationship because we didn't have that conversation 20 years ago.
But men don't.
No, and Jesus, what's the worst that's going to happen?
Just want to say hello to everyone who's joined us in chat.
Apparently Jenny just summoned the Irish from his deathbed. So, let me guess, she's been looking in the mirror and saying Irish 3 times, hasn't she? Jenny says she's been lucky. Majority of her friends are guys, and Amber, all of them know the mental health struggle and they can speak to me and vice versa. Nice little group who support each other. Yeah.
And Gav, he's just said he's had 2 anxiety attacks a few days ago, and docs thought he was having a heart attack. Wow.
Yeah, because I tell you, dude, I honestly thought I was going round the twist. And then went to see the doc, and we've talked and vice versa, and things have been sorted, and I'm dealing much better. But Matt says it's good to talk, and no, I'm not doing the BT adverts.
It is, though. It is truthful. I mean, blooming heck, you've been around our house, and we've nattered and nattered and nattered until cows come home. And it is good to talk.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, blooming heck, that's why we're here. Because you help each other, and it's good that you can do that.
You know what I've got stuck in my head now? You've got an ology.
He's got an ology.
You can do anything with an ology. Oh, bless. Some people don't understand how much anxiety attacks take it out of you too. They do. And the numbness afterwards is one of the scariest things I'm finding.
And Reno, thank you.
Did I miss one from Rena?
You did. If you or Steve want to rant, add my Instagram.
Oh, bless you, Reno. Cheers, dude. Jackie says, I suffered panic attacks after my dog was attacked by an English Mastiff. Thought it was a heart attack too. Scary stuff and still not out walking yet. Dog is fine. It's me that's wrecked.
Do you know
Oh,
something,
bless.
Jackie? That happened to my wife, Jan. Blooming heck. Quite some years ago. Exactly the same type of thing. And it took Jan absolutely ages to walk his dogs. And she never really ever got over that. Because obviously this bull mastiff dog, I mean, we only had a little dog at the time. It was that fight, protecting the dog and everything. And yeah, that really affected Jan.
I think Gailey has just hit the nail right on the head there. I think for men it's more difficult as they're wired differently. Men are fixers by nature, so when it's something they can't fix, it's a feeling of bewilderment and frustration. Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
I am a fixer.
Mm.
You know, if somebody has a problem, I will do my best to fix it.
Yeah.
I will, but the thing is, to fix it, you have to understand it. And if you don't have that understanding, that's when the frustration kicks in. Some things just don't have answers. Mo, you sexy beast. How's the chopper?
Oh, bless you, Jackie.
2 years ago. Jesus. Well, small baby steps.
Wow, I was just going to say exactly the same. Small baby steps.
Small baby steps, Jackie. You know, end of the street, and it sounds. We make it sound easy. Appreciate it's not.
No.
You know, really do. Jackie says, I'm awaiting head doctor appointment coming through, and thanks. No, good stuff. Some things got messed up with my benefits 3 years ago. Now I don't go out often and get anxious just thinking about basic shopping. Blimey. I must be a man because I tried to help myself. Jackie, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, bless. Yeah, just take your time and get out there. Exactly.
Yeah.
You will get there, Jackie.
Slowly but surely. Little baby steps.
You know, it's that was the bit of advice I got from the doc. Don't try and do everything at once.
A good analogy was what Jan came up with. Sometimes in life you feel like you're trying to clean the whole house.
Yeah.
And you've got to stop trying to clean the whole house and think about cleaning one room at a time.
Or if that seems too much, you just start on a cupboard. But I cross the road when I see any dog. Jackie, you're bound to, love. You really are. I mean, my mum was attacked, was an Alsatian back in the 70s. And she's still wary of dogs.
Yeah.
Even my dog, who's the biggest softie you've ever met. The worst thing you're going to get off Mac is dribble marks on your clothes from where he's tried to lick you to death. When we did the charity stream for Mind, it hit a chord in the community. There's a majority of us that suffer. The Misfits are doing fantastic work. They are. If you haven't caught the Misfits,
you need to
do so, because I went in knowing what to expect, and the conversations and stuff. It's heartbreaking. You know, I mean, some of the stuff that you realise people are going through, but the love and support and the non-judgmentalness of the group, the chat group, is incredible. It really is.
Irish has just commented, small steps is how I went from not leaving my house for 5 years to getting out once a week. Couldn't even take the bins out. Bless you, kidder.
Good on you, mate. Jenny's just put to me, it's like you wake up on a morning and 23 tabs are open in your head. 4 of them are frozen. Don't know where the music's coming from every morning.
Yeah,
I know
that's pretty much, yeah. Yeah. And I think it's great that us as a little community is that we can all talk. I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of that is because it's keyboard warrior syndrome, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Because you are not physically looking at somebody,
Yeah.
it's actually easier with that degree of anonymity.
Mm.
And that's not said in a negative way.
Hi, Pixie.
Hiya, Pixie. Did you ever read Spoon Therapy? Timmy says Expo was a massive leap. Honest,
Dude.
Expo was one of my... They were 3 of my favourite days ever.
Yeah.
You know, just spending time with Timmy, having a giggle,
Mm.
and the amount of times we were like, "Are you all right, mate? Are you all right?" But to have such a laugh, I mean, honestly, Timmy, you made that Expo for me. It was absolutely superb, and I have never experienced such a rush of. He made it a Sunday. You know, it was incredible.
I was so chuffed for Timmy. I really was, honestly. It was so and it was so humbling as well.
It was.
It really was, because, well, it was a brilliant weekend, full stop, even though I wasn't very well.
I mean, Timmy's brother as well, Lee.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a guy. So funny. Oh, man, the 2 of them together, it's just like Sarcasm Central. They're brilliant. They just bounce off each other. Gailey says, we've built strong relationships over many years now. This is why we call each other family.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah. Not too sure about Jenny's comment. I'm forever showing people the spoon theory. I had to cut my feed last night. Wasn't coping at all. Oh, bless. I didn't know if I helped tormenting him on your stream. What we got? Dump George, yeah. It's hard to get out now, but the friends I've made, even if I don't chew your ears off, is a massive help, and I'm getting better at sending messages and doing social things. You are, mate, and it's always a pleasure to get a message off you.
Oh, always.
Especially when you send pictures of that pipe. Vape porn. Oh, yeah, vape porn. Honestly, though, awesome community. I've met so many people I can speak to and who speak to me. I still have zero idea who Vaping Irish is, but we speak a lot. Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, how can you say that? Seriously, read the Spoon Theory. It's about having lupus, or whatever it's spelled. It's great for explaining mental health as well. Cool. I'll have to have a look at that. JP, good afternoon.
Fist bump.
Fist bump. Right, well, from a surprisingly serious start, which was not planned whatsoever.
No whatsoever, but do you know something? It is good to talk.
Well, I had to mention it. It's going to become obvious in the coming weeks anyway, so we'll sort it. VC 2018 was hard. Luckily, I met Aidan and Mark and a couple of others. I was on the edge of running away for quite a while. Oh, bless you, Bill.
It was great,
then. Blimey, that's going back. It's hard to believe that's 2 years ago now.
I know.
Jesus.
I wish they'd bring it back, to be honest with you, because it was cracking.
That's just made my afternoon. Thank you, Gailey. Oh.
Got to give Gailey big hugs.
Yeah, always up for a squeeze from Gailey.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Normally then a sprint from Zan, but...
Do you know the way?
I don't. I still... Every now and again, I just hear that in the back of my head and I start chuckling.
I know the way.
I know the way. I show you the way. Right. So, let's get a bit of news done. I was flicking through Twitter, as is my wont some days, and I came across a tweet from Grimm. And it pointed in the direction of Charles A. Gardner. And it was a lovely little tweet. It says, happy distinguished British Lung Association evidence-based recommendation from the American Lung Association lies. Let me make this very clear. The British Lung Association just called the ALA a liar, which they are. Quit lying indeed. And the comment from the British Lung Foundation was no drama. There was no sort of, it was just, we welcome this review from Public Health England and the ongoing research into the use of e-cigarettes. We talked about this at length on Thursday, so I'm not going to go any further. But backed up with that, I also came across a very interesting article on Planet of the Vapes. So I will pop this into chat.
You pop that into chat, will you?
There we are.
As you do.
There's the article. And Lung Foundation Australia, so building on the Lung Foundation theme, have been accused of propagating disgraceful misinformation about vaping with its comments in a newspaper article. The organisation is described as displaying a breathtaking ignorance, according to a well-respected scientist and harm reduction advocate.
Really? They're strong words.
They are strong words. So in an editorial titled Talking Point Vaping Can Hook a Whole New Generation in Australia's Mercury newspaper, and the author was the Lung Foundation Australia's chief exec, Mark. He made the plea that Australia's health should not be influenced by the billion-dollar vapour industry. The Lung Foundation Australia claims to be a trusted central source of guidance and support for all matters related to lung health, and claims to believe in compassion, courage, respect and collaboration. But that goes out the window when tobacco harm reduction rears into view. For an organisation that believes in evidence-based decision-making, it works hard to ignore all the research supporting vaping as a smoking cessation even. New teeth, please.
New teeth.
So his first statement, in Australia, tobacco retailers have been experiencing significant reduction in sales and profits as the smoking rates in Australia decline. The smoking rates in Australia have flatlined since 2013. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
As cigarette consumption has declined, Big Tobacco has developed new products in order to offset losses, create new markets and gain new users. That could well just be ignorance. These products, he continues, which look like iPhones and USBs, are targeted to appeal to young people. Once a person gets hooked on nicotine, especially a young person, Big Tobacco get a captive, long-term, high-paying customer. Without nicotine addiction, there would be no tobacco industry. How many vape devices have you seen that look like an iPhone?
None.
Or now the pods, you can see where he's getting the USB idea from. I mean, let's take the Smok TFV16. Does that really scream child?
None of them
child
do.
design to you?
Even let's face it, even the standard pod system, the pen style pod systems, no, they're not. You could say anything's attributed to for children if you want to play that game, but no.
Exactly. Now the next one takes the biscuit. We and others in the health sector, including state, territory, federal health authorities, the experts who don't have a commercial interest in selling nicotine products, but have a responsibility and experience in protecting the health of Australians, are clear. E-cigarettes or other novel products are not less harmful than conventional cigarettes. Wake up and smell the coffee, you arsehole. How the hell can you say that? E-cigarettes are not less harmful.
So they're saying cigarettes are better than e-cigs then?
Oh, God, yes. God, yes. Now, Colin Mendelsohn at that comment exclaimed, "Wow, breathtaking ignorance or just pure lie." Absolutely incredible. Now, it's the Australian Tobacco Harm Reduction Association that have said disgraceful misinformation on vaping by the CEO of the Australian Lung Foundation. Does the Lung Foundation really believe this? Do the members of the board agree? Absolutely disgraceful. As pointed out in the article, even Stanton Glantz, liar-in-chief of the anti-vape brigade, accepts that vaping is less harmful than smoking. Absolutely incredible. I was gobsmacked when I finished that article.
I mean, let's face it, it's before he actually put that pen to paper, did he realise what an idiot he's going to come across?
Unbelievable.
Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like, I think I'm pushing it here.
Struth, they'll never understand it anyway. It'll be right. I love the comments that have popped up in chat. Let's take a TFV16 and bin it.
Yeah.
Irish is... Don't go into voice acting. I know Irish. Never mind. That's why I don't do Irish accents. The bloke's talking out of his down under.
I like that one. I did like
nice
that
one, Pasty. Absolutely superb. Right, moving on. The Lancet published an editorial attacking vaping, which included multiple examples of errors and misdirection. 38 harm reduction experts have submitted a response calling out inaccuracies and misinformation and calling for a more dispassionate approach to the science surrounding e-cigarettes, which is a refreshing change in America, if it happens. Last October, the Lancet carried an editorial called E-Cigarettes, Time to Realign Our Approach, which focused on 1,080 lung injuries and 18 deaths, attributing it all to vaping because all reported it using e-cigarettes. The anonymous author, or authors, claimed e-cigarettes have an uncertain provenance, containing a mix of ingredients, and even stretched to asking how different are e-cigarettes from combustible cigarettes. Very. The editorial claimed the blame did not lie with the vitamin E acetate in e-cigarette liquid. It's not e-cigarette liquid, it was THC cartridges, and we will go more into that in a second. It claims that vaping... sorry. It said that the claims vaping is safer than smoking and works as a quit smoking tool were weak, and that no solid evidence base underpins the marketing claims that e-cigarettes are healthier than cigarettes. No, you just have to listen to the people that vape.
Yeah. They can't. I mean, let's be right. They can't come out with these comments now, after 10 years of vaping.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, we're not talking something that's brand new, spanking new, but they're repeating themselves from, 5 years ago?
The antis are currently facing a backlash of their own, I fear. I mean, when you look at the retraction of the Glantz article, I mean, the piece even claims vaping was inspiring a renormalisation of smoking. How?
I mean, let's face it, everything that they're coming out with, it's been debunked.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
Every time that they come out with something like this, it's been debunked that many times now. It's sort of like, it's not worth the paper that they're writing on. It really isn't. It just isn't worth it anymore. No,
it's just repeating the same old crap. Right, so on to the THC cartridges that caused the issues back at the tail end of last year. I read this with great interest. This is from the Cannabis Dispensary mag. And to be honest, it was the cannabis sort of culture magazines.
Oh, yeah.
That had pinned down what was causing the issues with the lipid pneumonia in the first place. So an illicit vape cartridge buyback program set in motion by Platinum and Miramar, California's Mankind Dispensary, has revealed that the majority of unregulated vapes collected were unfit for consumption. During the month of September, Mankind's customers were invited to turn in vape cartridges that had been purchased from sources other than a legal dispensary. So the partner Platinum Vape came to Miramar and said, we want to do something about this vape crisis and learn a little bit more. So they both had similar goals, the companies, and they heard some sort of scary things that were out there in some of the illicit vapes. and they allowed customers to come down, bring the illicit market vape with them. 24 cartridges were collected, which doesn't sound like a lot, yeah. But when you think they're asking them to turn in an illegal product.
I mean, 24 cartridges,
it's still better than none. These were sent to infinite chemical analysis labs and were tested for potency, pesticides, heavy metals, the infamous vitamin E acetate. Samples passed or failed these tests based on the California Bureau of Cannabis Control's testing regs. So they were held to the same standards that legally dispensed products would be. 79% of them. That's a lot. 79% were deemed as unfit for consumption overall.
Really? So they only had 20. Let's be right. They only had 24
They only
cartridges.
had 24.
So 70 what?
79%. So about 16 out of that 24 failed.
Yeah.
So 62% of the cartridges failed for pesticides.
So that's hard. That's 12.
Yeah. 37. So a third of them failed for lead. One of them tested extremely high for lead, 100 times the safe limit.
Oh.
Five cartridges contained 20% or more vitamin E acetate. It's no wonder people were getting sick. So half of the products tested contained less than 50% THC, while the average legal cannabis vape cartridge contained 60 to 95%. So they do actually say that the fail rate for pesticides, they were expecting it to be much higher. Yeah. 11 of the samples contained pesticides that when heated turn into cyanide. Some of them were diluted so much with vitamin E acetate that you didn't see any pesticides. Again, worrying times. And then we ended up, as the vape community, ended up with the blame for this.
Oh yeah, and we're getting blamed.
But it's the first article I have seen that has actually done any follow-up, because we're not seeing anything from the CDC. So I'm just pop that link into chat if you want to have a look. It's a cracking little article, to be honest.
I mean, it's quite interesting that we've got to mention it. All of a sudden, it's gone really quiet about the deaths.
Oh, you ain't kidding. If you look at, I was looking at an article, I think it was the Wells Fargo, the tobacco report.
Yeah.
And there was a graph in there which showed the number of reported deaths and incidents by vaping. And it peaks in early December. And come January, it falls off a cliff.
Yeah. Now, nobody's actually mentioning this, which I think is quite interesting. Because let's face it, all of a sudden, people have not just stopped vaping.
Oh, no.
So it just proves that they were lying in the first place about it's vaping. Vaping's causing it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Interesting. Timothy Gamboa, e-cig vapors contain formaldehyde up to 15 times higher than regular cigarettes. No, not the case.
Who said that?
Timothy Gamboa. E-cigarette vapor contains formaldehyde at levels up to 15 times higher than regular cigarettes.
No, they don't.
No.
That's been proven and that's been debunked years ago. The reason why they actually found the formaldehyde in the first place, they was using a CE4, if I remember rightly. And when they actually was doing the testing on them CE4s, they was using it at temperatures way higher than a normal vapor would actually use it. They also used it until actually it ran dry, and they was using silica wicks at the time, and that's where the formaldehyde was coming from.
Dry burning silica wicks is never going to do anybody any good.
So that's where the formaldehyde, and that came out, 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
At least.
And that was literally because there wasn't, when there was testing the actual CE4, it was just temperatures that you would never use a CE4 at, and obviously they was using it until it completely dried. So yeah, that's where you get your formaldehyde from, and that's been debunked that many times. It's unreal.
And Timothy, with your follow-up comment, I have people shouldn't assume they are completely safe. Nobody who vapes assumes they are completely safe.
No.
The safest way, the only 100% safe thing is not to vape, smoke,
Yes.
eat very little bacon,
Mm.
possibly eat lots of nuts and drink water, but it ain't going to be a long and happy life. It'll just feel like it's long. So what we got, Bill says he was tested for heavy metals. They found Van Halen, Ozzy, Iron Maiden, Sabs and Metallica. Oh, bless.
I find it quite interesting that people still, after all these years, they're still harping back onto the formaldehyde, and then what was it, popcorn lung.
Oh yeah.
And for some reason, I don't know why, that seems to cycle every other year. It cycles back through the media.
It's Facebook syndrome. Have you not known? Right. If you keep an eye on Facebook, you will notice there are stories of scams and things that reappear on a regular basis. Yeah, or during the recent political upheaval in the UK, there was various bits of what had been debunked many years ago as right-wing propaganda that suddenly started doing the rounds again.
Oh, and don't forget rocket fuel.
Oh yeah, rocket fuel as well.
And antifreeze.
I don't need antifreeze in my vape. I drink French wine. That was another one. Des says, eat lots of nuts, you say. I'm game if you are. Des, why limit yourself, darling? Why limit yourself? Yeah, Bo says, I tell people at least once a week the facts on popcorn lung. That popcorn lung thing. Oh, God. I would love to see that die a death. I really would. It's never going to happen.
Bring back diacetyl.
Only because
diacetyl's great to vape.
Only because it made mother's milk so yummy.
It did.
Right, from the Royal Society for Public Health, they make comments regarding the report on vaping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they state that amongst young people, little to no change in vaping prevalence, with current best estimates at about 5% of 11 to 18-year-olds, fewer than 1% of young people who have never smoked are current vapers. There should be continued close monitoring of vaping and smoking prevalence amongst the young. Amongst adults, vaping prevalence has remained stable at around 5 to 7% since 2014. With again fewer than 1% of those who have never smoked currently vaping. A ban on flavoured liquids would have unintended consequences by deterring smokers from using regulated vaping. There's a lack of evidence on vaping amongst people with mental health, which we talked about, and it would appear that there's more long-term studies in effect.
Can I just interrupt you there? About the flavours. Something interesting I've started noticing. And Bo might be able to back me up as well. I've had quite a few people that's come in and wanted to stop smoking and go on to vaping. Now, the traditional way for people to start vaping, they go normally straight to a tobacco flavour.
Yeah.
Every single one that's come in so far, this month and last month, they've all wanted to try a fruit flavour instead.
Oh, cool. Now,
I don't know if it's a trend or what, but the traditional way of getting someone to stop smoking and go on to vaping is normally a mouth-to-lung device. Straight to mouth-to-lung device, and obviously a tobacco product. Yeah, a tobacco flavour. But now it's all changing.
Now, I noticed, obviously, I've been spending more time at It's Not Smoke recently. Whether it's the quality of the nic salts or just the limited range, but they do seem to be going more for the likes of the Blue Burst, the Cherry Fizz, even the Mint. Yeah, with a new device like the Caliburn. And because you've got the tasting stations there, I think that's what's doing it.
Yeah.
Because
Another
people
thing
are realising.
Another thing that might be interesting for those that work in vape shops, into this month that they're getting rid of menthol cigarettes.
Yes, end of this month.
20th, so we're thinking, I was generally talking in the shop, that we actually might get a surge in people coming to the actual vape shop to start vaping on menthol.
Bo's just said, I will disagree with there, mate. The only people that really start off on tobacco are your 40 plus a day smokers who are 40 plus in age and male.
Yeah,
I would agree with you. That's where I would bring in the tasting stations, because when they realise what is available, I think those tasting stations are a godsend. Matt says, good, they can leave my lemon alone. Iris says, I couldn't quit on tobacco flavours. I kept failing with tobacco. That made me want to smoke more. It wasn't until I discovered you could get flavours that I actually quit.
Just listening to what Bo's just said, I see the other day that Rizla are doing menthol skins. Well, as far as I'm aware of, when they bring it in, they're not allowed to. They're not allowed, and they're not allowed to. The licorice ones, the brown ones. I'm almost certain that they're included in the ban.
Hold on, let's check. Right, let's have a look. So the European Union Revised Tobacco Products Directive makes it an offence for manufacturers to produce menthol cigs and retailers to sell menthol cigs from the 20th of May. So it's May. This also applies to capsule, click-on, click and roll, crust ball or dual menthol cigarettes. The ban does not apply to heated tobacco products or e-cigarette products. No, hand-rolling tobacco will not be banned from the 20th of May. Flavoured hand-rolling tobacco, however, has been banned since May 2017. So it looks like... Still be able to sell flavoured filters and papers in the same transaction as tobacco products. So, yeah.
Yeah, they can sell them.
They can do it.
Yeah. Interesting, that.
Yeah.
Des is off to work, so have a good one, buddy.
Later, Des. Take care, mate. And enjoy your nuts, son. Right, what we got. When it was hard to get flavours other than tobacco, I dual used it was fruit flavours and coffees Bill quit with. I stopped liking Rizzler when I saved up all the packets and they never sent my mug. Rob Dogs. Timmy. No. The only issue I had with Rizzler were they weren't long enough. But we won't go into that.
We won't go into that.
Right, so back to the Royal Society for the Prevention of Health. The chief exec says the key message for smokers remains clear. Vaping carries a substantially lower health risk than smoking. And for anyone who's struggled to quit, we strongly recommend switching to an e-cigarette, as it would considerably improve your chances of success, especially when combined with behavioural support. However, it is clear there is vital work to be done in better communicating the positive messages to the public. More and more smokers today have views that are out of step with the evidence, and it's not hard to see how these misinterpretations can translate to real-world consequences if they go unaddressed. Nice dig at the media and the American antis there. And that's the official newspaper release from the Royal Society for the Prevention of Health.
3 o'clock.
And here comes the coffee.
Thank you, Mrs. Solo. Coffee. She's a love.
Right. Well, away from vaping, Bloodshot's out this month.
I know. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
You and me both. So, if you're not aware what Bloodshot is, it's another superhero movie, but with a twist. This is based more on technology, so the basic storyline being, without spoiling anything, is...
I'd just like to say one thing. Yes, my wife is a saint.
She is.
She has to put up with me for starters.
She's an absolute diamond, she really is. Voka, how you doing, mate?
Oh, before we go any further with Voka, I best put this up. There you go. AK82.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just thought I'd just put the advert quickly up there for you.
That's cool. Yes, he currently has the offer on. So you buy a pair of 0.13 ohm aliens for $10 and you get 50% off a second pair. So that's second pair of fused Claptons at 0.18, mouth to lung fused Claptons at 1.37, or Fralians at 0.13. Well worth it.
Oh, definitely.
I am loving. Boca and Adolf sent us some coils over to try. In fact,
got them in here now.
They're in my Aegis X at the minute.
In fact, I've got them in everything. I've got it in my drop, and I've got it in my Zeus X, and I've got it in my intake dual as well.
Cool. Well, I'm on my 4th dry burn, and these are performing just as well as when I first put them in.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. But there we go.
Sorry, I do apologise for that. Where were we?
No, it's all cool. Vin Diesel is the biggest name associated with the film. But, and this is where it gets good, the bad guy, Guy Pearce. This is the one that got me salivating, because Guy Pearce did such a cracking job on Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
As the bad guy. I am so looking forward to this. Now, the whole premise of the film is Vin Diesel, Marine, wakes up in a lab, told his wife's been killed, he was dead. He's been implanted with nanotechnology, which allows him to heal instantly.
Yeah.
And there are some stunning, absolutely stunning graphics. Quite gory, I must admit. But if you're interested in seeing what the film is likely to be, there's a link just gone into chat for the international trailer. This has got me excited.
I've got to admit, I'm looking forward because it's got Vin Diesel in it as well.
And it's the same producers that did Fast and Furious as well.
Is it?
Yeah, so it should be fairly fast-paced, bang, 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 bang action. This, for me, screams, switch your brain off, just go and enjoy the film. Now, apparently, it is claimed that this will be the start of a cinematic universe, if you will, for the Valiant comic characters it's based on. And if Bloodshot goes down well, I'm going to be really interested to see where they go with this. Because the Valiant comics are a lot grittier.
Yeah, they are a lot. They're more adulty. I think they was based on sort of like more your teenage audience, weren't they?
Oh yeah, it definitely wasn't your young teens. It was more sort of the people who like Alan Moore tend to like the Valiant characters.
And when's that due out?
It's out now. It's actually on at View Doncaster.
Oh, I think we're going to have a bro trip.
Yeah, we might have to, dude, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have to take firstborn.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
There we are. Gailey's happy now. Vin Diesel.
That's it. I think we ought to. I think we ought to go and watch it and then we can report back.
Yeah, it'd be actually good. I must admit, I do enjoy a good Vin Diesel movie.
Yeah, I do.
Babylon AD, I always thought that was such an underrated film. But what a film. Absolutely
I enjoyed
brilliant.
the Dark,
Pitch
Black and Chronicles of
Riddick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that universe never was expanded more.
Yeah, I think they hit a sort of barrier on that. Matt, you want to see Sonic the Hedgehog? My daughter went to see it. She loved it. Her mother, not so much, but apparently it's all right.
Yeah, I'm not. No, but
Yeah,
yeah, I right, fancy that.
yeah,
I
too
really
right.
do.
That's my sort of movie.
Mm.
Just sit there.
Yeah,
Manly.
manly. It's a manly film.
The only other film that's got me thinking that was Conan the Barbarian. And I was the innocent age of 13, walked in, watched Schwarzenegger on screen. I'd been reading Conan books for years. Absolutely loved the film. And then you're like, Mum, I want to join a gym.
An Irish, yeah. I've got the Riddick animation series as well. And Vin Diesel does the voiceover as well.
Yeah, to me, loved The Last Witch Hunter. I thought that was superb. Michael Caine in that for me. I thought he was brilliant. He's easy watching, not taxing at all. A bit of eye candy never hurts.
I like the wink at the end.
Good on you, Gail.
I can't fault you.
Jason Hayes. I'm saying research. All right. Interesting. I want to see Chronic the Hedgehog. The soundtrack for Babylon AD was amazing. It was. It was absolutely brilliant. I think I liked Babylon AD because it was sci-fi without being, oh, net reality. Now you are talking. Elric movie, Michael Moorcock.
Mm-hmm.
There is so much stuff.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
Michael Moorcock. God, oh my. There was an author that, as a teenager, if I walked past it, I couldn't not buy it. You know, Bane of the Black Sword was, oh, my God, that would be awesome. But you'd have to do it properly.
I think they could do it now.
They could do it now, but they would have to be. It's fairly intellectual stuff with Elric. Plus, there's a lot of emotion in there. I think that's why it appealed to me as a teenager. It's not just sort of man beats chest, hero, swing sword, swing sword. You know, there's a lot of angst and emotion in it.
I'm surprised they've never gone and done slightly different, but Terry Brooks.
Yeah, Shannara. Yeah. But Magic Kingdom for sale, sold.
Yeah, that
would
is
make
awesome.
A great film.
Yeah, that would make a really good film, that.
Only Elric I know is Edward Fonts and Nina O'Criver. I have no idea. Irish, you've lost me on that one, dude. No, I mean, I really loved the idea of the Eternal Champion having different facets. So you had Hawkmoon, you had Elric.
Stuart, when we go to the cinema, we go for the 2-for-1 night and buy 4 seats but pay for 2. Then we don't get some fat git sitting next to us munching on popcorn.
I am that fat git. Yeah, there is a TV series for Shannara.
Yeah, there is.
It wasn't bad. It was all right. But Magic Kingdom for sale, sold. That could be a really good film.
One of my ultimate, I would love to see them make is the Clive Barker one. What's it called now? My brain's gone dead. Sorry?
The Magica?
No. The Hollywood one, where they're in the Hollywood Hills. Cold Heart Canyon.
Oh, Cold Heart, yes.
I would love them to make that as a film.
Ed and Al Elric. Yes, sorry, Irish. I know where you're coming from now. Full Metal Alchemist. Now, if you've not seen anime, I would highly recommend watch Full Metal Alchemist on Netflix. It is brilliant. Yes, it's
Stuart,
fantasy.
afternoon to you, mate.
yes, it's fantasy, etc.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it brings in so many. What's the word I'm looking for? Familiar references, like Philosopher's Stone,
Hmm.
like Homunculus, um, and you into that you've got this idea about the law of equal exchange without the alchemy.
Hmm.
It's just a bloody good series. They did a live action version as well, and
Yeah.
I think the English dub's available on Netflix over here. What a brilliant hour and a half that is!
Hmm.
What a fantastic hour and a half that is! Sorry, Irish. Do apologise, mate. Uh, what was that? It's a magical steampunk mythology. It's got a fantastic universe. It does.
Hmm.
The characters in it are brilliant as well. Absolutely superb.
What was
Where's
that
Alan?
one? Which was that one that we were watching on Amazon? With the fairies and the angels? Not the fairy angels. The fairies. He was a police officer.
Oh, God, thingy. Some Ali.
Yeah.
Hold on.
My brain's gone dead because I haven't heard any more from that because there was supposed to be a second series, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think that's stalled.
What are it called now?
Hold on. Ba, 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 ba. It's something Ali, isn't it?
Yeah.
Carnival Row.
That Carnival Row. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard anything from that because that's been about a year since it was made.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was it was steampunk.
Mm.
It was gritty. It was Victorian, but it had
Because it had a good edge.
series.
Because it left
Yeah.
you obviously waiting for the next series, but I just hadn't heard anything about it.
No, it was a bit spicy as well, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
The idea of a fairy hooker was an interesting one.
Yeah, wasn't it just? But I liked how they did it. It was sort of like Victorian, steampunky, and yeah.
Matt, Terry Pratchett. I love Terry Pratchett. Started reading him in my late teens, and I've revisited his books faithfully. Shepherd's Crown always brings a tear to the eye.
Mm.
Always. Saying goodbye to a character that you've grown up with. Yeah, well,
Mablethorpe. I haven't been to Mablethorpe in years.
dear God, do people still go?
Well, obviously must do.
Now, mentioning Terry Pratchett, there was a lovely idea in one of his books that as long as a man's name is remembered, yeah, then that person never actually goes.
Okay.
Are you aware of the Terry Pratchett email header?
No.
It's a bit of code, yeah, and in the header of your email, all it does is it puts Terry Pratchett. And all this is based on the idea of Terry. Terry created this thing called the Clacks, which was in sort of Discworld version of Semaphore and Telegram. Yeah. And the belief was that the Clacks operators, as long as a man's name was still travelling the wires, they were always there. Almost like the idea that, you know, if you throw a stone into a pond, as long as the ripples are there,
Yeah.
it's never really gone. But in homage to Terry Pratchett, they actually made this email header thing. So Terry Pratchett's name is bouncing all over the world as we speak.
Interesting, that.
And I think that's a really lovely idea. Small Gods, I love Small Gods. Terry, I have some Terry code on my website in the footer. I love I just love the idea. He took the everyday and mundane and just gave it that little tweak.
That's clever, that. I like that.
Yeah, it's just superb. I mean, if going postal, another good one. I prefer Thud. My all-time favourite is Night Watch. Uh, there is a group of characters that Terry Pratchett created: Sergeant Colon, Nobby Nobbs, Sam Vimes, Captain Carrot. You've got Angua, the Constable Angua, or Captain Angua. Sorry, Sergeant Angua now. He's a werewolf, and such a group of misfits. Yeah, but the topics he deals with within those books, and they sound so dry when you just sort of say, but he deals with racism, with crime, with belittling others. Part of Night Watch is, well, Thud. There's quite a heavy theme of the relationship between father and son.
So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you a question here. For a person that's not into Terry Pratchett, that would like to get into Terry Pratchett, what would you say is the first book that they should actually read?
Right. It depends, because there's various sub-story plots.
Chris, we got home okay.
I would start with The Colour of Magic. Yeah. Which will introduce you to Rincewind and Twoflower. Yeah. If you don't get on with that, because they are very early Terry Pratchett books, if you like a bit of sci-fi, Dark Side of the Moon, because Terry Pratchett did some fantastic sci-fi stuff as well. Strata is another good one. They're one-off stories. Carpet People, that's brilliant. Morrison is Amazing Rodents. That's more for younger kids, but absolutely fantastic for a bedtime story. Another one-off, what would we say for the disc world? Starting with going postal for the and then making money if you want to go on the lip switch.
Always remember, Chris, there's 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire.
I have one to read now, Terry Pratchett Pyramids. Timmy, that is awesome. I love that book. Pyramids is a one-off. Pyramids is actually, if you wanted to get a flavour of Terry, Pyramids or Making Movies is another two I would recommend. But if you intend on, if you like what you've seen and you want to do the lot, I'd start with Colour of Magic and Light Fantastic. Eric's another good one as well. That's a one-off story involving Rincewind the Wizard. Mo, bro, hearing these book titles has thrown me back big style. You're not kidding, mate.
See, I never got into Pratchett. Never did.
Such a ingenious man. Witches Abroad, again, like Bill says, it's a story about fairy stories, and it is, and it's superb. It just, you know you've read a good book when you turn the final page and you feel like you're saying goodbye to new friends. And that's how I always feel with Terry Pratchett. You know, you can be having the old Cohen the Barbarian. That's the name of the old barbarian. He comes in Light Fantastic. But The Last Hero, funny, but one of the most moving books when you read the subtext behind it.
See, I never got into it. I was into, Dune. Got all the books of Dune. And I got into the Night Watch and all that kind of that stuff. But my big hero's Clive Barker. I'm a horror fan. And Stephen King and that.
I cut my teeth on James Herbert.
Oh, God, James Herbert. Oh, it's brilliant. The Cottage and the Fog.
Konina, the barbarian hairdresser. Yes, Cohen's daughter. Her mother was a temple maid, and Cohen ravished her But she really wants to be a hairdresser, but the genetic memory from
Mm.
Cohen the Barbarian means she can kill somebody with a straightening iron at 500 yards. Absolutely
One
brilliant.
thing I do know about Terry Pratchett though, he didn't like Tolkien.
No, he didn't believe that fantasy had to be this high ideal.
Mm.
You know,
I, I found
a
that
lot.
quite interesting that he didn't like him.
He was a voracious reader.
Mm.
Didn't do that well at school. Got a part-time job in a library as a kid, and literally just read everything he could get his hands on. Decided he wanted to become a journalist, so he got a job at a local newspaper, and he actually ended up with the electricity board.
All right.
And whilst he was at the electricity board, he started writing. And it was his love. But the thing that always touches me the most is when he found out he had dementia. Yeah.
Mm.
He was an angry man anyway, by all accounts. Yeah. He was not the jolly little gnome that everybody thinks he was. He was a very angry man. There we are. Pratchett was a technical author for nuclear power.
There you go.
Cool. But he took that rage that everything he loved was being taken away by this horrific disease. And I think he banged out something like 7 books in 3 years.
Right. I didn't know.
There is an absolutely superb documentary on Terry Pratchett that was shown recently on BBC Two. I don't know if it's still available on iPlayer, but the story behind the man is just as interesting and enjoyable as the story in the books.
Right.
And his daughter, oh, what a woman! You just wanted to give her a big cuddle.
Well, why's that?
Oh, it's just the way she talked about her dad and all the rest of it. You know, when you find out, Terry Pratchett has an amazing gift for describing inanimacy.
Mm.
And the way he describes the Garden of Death, it's down to the finest detail, but everything's black because death has no imagination.
Mm.
So he knows there should be bees and he knows there should be stables for Binky, his horse, but it's all black. Yeah?
Okay.
But during the documentary, you find out that nearly all of the sort of Death's Garden and that, and some of the more touching scenes he describes are actually areas where he lived with his family.
All right.
So absolutely. Spike Milligan, another one.
Now that's Spike Milligan. I have read. In fact, I think I've got most of his.
His war diaries.
Oh God, I love Spike Milligan.
Yeah, no, bro. Stephen King. My all-time favourite Stephen King, The Stand.
Yeah, that's good. Pet Sematary for me.
Oh, it scared the crap out of me.
I loved Pet Sematary.
The idea of a homicidal toddler.
Mm.
No. The bit where he slashes the old man's Achilles tendon with the straight razor from under the bed just always put me off.
That, do you know some what film's that now? Misery. That I can watch horror, gore, and everything, and it just I do not flinch one bit. But that bit where she gets in with that block of wood and that hammer.
Yep.
Oh God, that gets me. Just thinking about it just gets me on Misery.
Now, there's one I've not heard in a long time. Maximum Overdrive. Do you remember that one where the trucks came alive?
Yeah, that were kind of. Yeah, I was never into them ones. That was like what were it called? With a car. Kerry?
Christine.
Yeah, I was never into that kind of film.
Yeah, Bill's just said, I love Susan. Susan is, in the Discworld, Susan is Death's granddaughter. And Bill's just said, I love Susan's swing. He uses the two strongest branches, one on either side of the tree, but the middle of the trunk's missing so that she can swing backwards and forwards. Just such lovely little touches. Yeah, Matt, that was the best thing about the film, the AC/DC soundtrack.
It can't be a bit of AC/DC.
I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going off AC/DC, because AC/DC plays a very large part in my musical library. But Shinedown, I've been revisiting that at the minute, and boy, oh boy, I love those guys.
Well, at the present moment in car, I've got AC/DC's Back in Black, and the rest of it's Clutch.
There's a surprise. Amazon Music, I've been severely scalping them for all sorts. Gene, this one's for the dead. Lots of Shed 7.
Shed 7. Oh, I love Shed 7.
Bully Boy, Going for Gold, stuff like that.
A bit of Nazareth. I ain't listened to Nazareth for yonks.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be listening to Nazareth at the minute. See, Clutch, I just can't get on with it.
Wow, you've hung out with him for... Oh, awesome.
Oh,
do you know some of it? A little bit of useless information. Clutch are the same age as you and me. All of them are.
Well, so are Iron Maiden.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Are they? No, they're older than us.
Not much.
No, I'm on about Clutch are the same age as us.
Oh, the same. Bloody hell, that's scary.
Yeah.
Mind saying that Hanson aren't far behind us these days either. Oh, man. Queensryche. Operation Mindcrime.
I mean, I ain't listened to them for yonks.
There was an album I was doing some painting downstairs and whacked it on. I forgot what a concept album that was.
Guy, I'm gonna have to dig that out now.
Oh, Bill says Iron Maiden are well into their 60s.
Yeah.
Bill, I just feel like I'm 60.
Yeah, we're not near 60 yet.
No, what was the other one that was Party Fears 2? Who the hell sang that?
Rev's just put in, Vic now needs to delete every video he's ever done and protect his business going forward. Okay.
That's a lot of work to delete.
I mean, you work it out. Vic's probably one of the only people, besides Vaping Go, he brings out a video every single day. And so, in fact, sometimes he was bringing out 2 videos a day. Ginger Baker was an awesome drummer. So's his son.
No need for that, Irish. It's BFG, you're 90, so feeling 60 is a good day for you. How very dare you?
Harsh.
However, I appreciate the young man's ill, but how very dare you?
Very harsh.
No, I'm just chuffed to bits that Vic's channel's back up.
Yeah, I am. I mean, let's face it, that's a serious amount of work and effort and time and... Yeah.
Well, forget the drama. Forget all the hassle. Vic's channel is a fantastic source of information for the new vapor.
Of course it is.
I was looking. We were talking about this, and I was a bit taken aback at some of the drama surrounding recently, Vic and everybody. And I don't think there's any place for it. I really don't. We are a community. You know, you're only as good as your mates.
Yeah, you certainly are.
You know, is there really any need for all this toxicity?
Mm. There isn't. I mean, let's face it. We've always kept away from total drama.
Yeah.
In fact, I
Yeah.
try and keep this channel drama free completely. I just don't believe in it.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same, mate.
Mm.
You know,
I mean,
if you rely...
let's be right about it. It's sort of like, I look at it this way. We're here. I'd started my channel to help people, and that's all it's been ever about. And it seemed like with the 2 live shows that we do, it's to help.
Yeah.
And to have a damn good giggle. Because let's face it, life is blooming hard enough.
Sainty! How you doing, kid? Yeah, I mean, we always wanted this to be the sort of video equivalent of some 2 blokes sat around the pub table
Having an hour.
with their mates, you know, and the mates being chat. And I feel that we've done it, and I'm very proud of what we do.
Mm.
You know, if people don't enjoy it, cool, not a problem.
Mm.
We'll still do it. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't care what anyone says. Life is hard enough without having more to add to it.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, the vape world is not real life.
No, exactly.
It's a hobby, for God's sakes.
I don't do drama.
No. We're all dealing with different stuff in the background.
Mm.
Yeah? To borrow a phrase from Capaldi, you don't have to be nice, but be kind.
Mm.
Yeah?
Exactly. That's a perfect one.
But anyway, sorry, rant over. Yeah. Look,
Yeah, Graham, that's probably true.
that probably is true, mate, but the way I see it, if you build it on drama, eventually it's going to bite you in the arse.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, you can't keep it up.
No.
And eventually, no matter what what was the old saying, glass houses?
Yeah, somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah, and they always do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what it is. And like I've already said, this is the 3rd time, life is too hard as it is. And you want to come here for an escape. You
Exactly.
want to have a bit of information. If we can help you with a bit of information, and we can have a damn good giggle at the same time, that's all I want. I don't want to blooming be falling out with people.
Iris has just put, that's me, I'm a total arsehole, but I'm kind about it. You forgot the word lovable out of that, Irish, but...
And you know something? I love, from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely love this community. I really do. I have never been so passionate about a community than I am with this one. I really am. With all the people that are in chat, I love it. It's just something special.
Yeah.
That a little device like this can get all these people together and have a good laugh.
Too right. Now, that was something I meant to ask Jenny while she's in chat. I spotted a test stream from Jenny the other day.
Ooh.
Irish. Nah. If I was lovable, Jenny would have married me by now. Bless. Yes, I did. Does this mean the wonderful Jenny is going to be appearing on screen? I was intrigued because, I mean, obviously the internet was struggling with the camera image. But yeah.
And Chris is on his overpowered with coffee and his Kenny RDA. And just jam.
Just jam raspberry. Good choice. Irish wasn't meant to be harsh, dude. Bless you. I watch Van Build videos too. Just came across one the other day. Thought it was Mark. Mel's Van Build, I think his channel is. We'll have to have a look. I'm thinking about an hour a week. Keep the giggle and chat going. Need to do another test because it was via the shop Wi-Fi. Jenny, that would be awesome.
Hmm.
Count me in, kid. I'll be in chat.
Oh, definitely.
Just remember, darling, angles are everything. You
Angles.
look fabulous. Jai's hilarious at time. It's only vaping, but he does have an infectious way about it.
Hmm.
He always reminds me of that really rude uncle that most people have.
He always reminds me of Divine.
Oh, God, yeah. I can see where you're coming from with that one.
If Jay, I doubt if Jay even knows who I am, but I do apologise for that. But you know that over...
Saint! Oh, I'm wounded, bastard. Look, trust me, mate. I can give Jenny a run for her money. Ethernet cable needed, Jenny, and the angle should be staring. No. Possibly a Monday pre-Mobro. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Jenny becomes Mobro's fluffer.
Thanks, Matt. Great, you're going to get me into trouble now.
Oh, bless. Ethernet cable ready and waiting. Don't rain on my parade, BF. I wouldn't dream of doing that, darling.
Oh, dear.
There's more to Jenny than just her cleavage.
There's a lot more.
Hell of a lot.
She's got gorgeous eyes.
Scary brain. I wouldn't want to get on wrong side. No.
Draw a nipple on your head, BFG.
No need, dude. Because I've got the... where is it? There. I have the growth for that, so... Draw a nipple. Off to make wedding cake. Oh, take care, Gailey.
Big huggles.
Smooth did tell me to go change my top for views the other day. What you should have done is zoomed the camera right in, got Smooth to drop his jeans down enough to show his arse crack, and then seen how many people tuned in because they thought it was cleavage.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
I love it. Oh, Jenny says, I did make a comment. If we got married, you'd wear the veil so no one knew who you were.
Ooh, like it.
That is true. Irish is a bit of a man of mystery, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Nobody wants to see Smooth's hairy ginger. Well, if he's going to pretend it's cleavage, he'll have to shave it, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Did you see one of those vids on Facebook? They got this young girl had been getting loads of comments about showy boobs and things. So she'd actually pulled the t-shirt over her knees, and then sort of screenshotted the comments she was getting. And it was awesome because the reveal at the end had me in fits because she's curled up into this tiny little ball with her two knees sticking out the top of her t-shirt. Absolutely brilliant. Apparently Irish is a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Can't see that one, man. You see a huge scar. Wow. Bloody hell, Jen.
And Bo's eating leftover pizza.
There isn't any ginger topping on that, is there? Bless. The thought of Irish wearing a black veil, it looked like a bloody burqa.
You look like a burqa. You never know. You might wear a burqa.
True.
Yeah.
We've got a fight starting now over the pizza. That was probably Smooth's lunch and Bo was just eating it. Harsh. Harsh.
Oh no, Saint.
Oh, Saint. Jesus.
Oh dear gosh.
Right, here's one for chat.
Oh.
One thing I did notice, having been hanging around the vape shop for a few days, coils. Are you having problems getting coils for your stock? And the other question was, are you having problems getting hold of cotton?
No.
Because obviously Crazy Wire is shut shop, or shutting shop, which leaves Stealth Vapes or NK.
Yeah.
But apparently, I was talking to a couple of lads who build, and they're having real problems getting their hands on cotton.
Really?
I just wondered if anybody else had.
No, we're not having problems with cotton. Cotton stock coils are a bit thin on ground on certain stock coils, but besides that, no.
Oh, there you go. Depends what coils were stocked up to the rafters, thanks to Kai and his obsessive stock order syndrome. No issues there. No. No.
I think it's going to be a resurgence, if it does carry on like it is, a resurgence to a rebuildable. Really do.
Part of me really, really wants that to happen. But the other part of me doesn't want the cost of wire and cotton and all the rest of it going through the roof.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
Sorry, key.
As in key run.
Yes, where the hell did I get Kai from? CIE, I always think pi.
Big Fish Bumps Lethal.
Never use stock coils and have so much wire, it's unreal. Matt, I suffer from the same, and I know Mark does too. I was organised this time and ordered a few boxes of stock coils for the family for backups. China back to work, don't worry. Yeah, it just seems to be taking a long time to filter through.
Well, it will do. I mean, let's face it, I think Vic's told people how China works anyway with the employment situation, so it is going to take a little bit of a while for it to slowly come through, but they are back to work. I've spoke to quite a few that are all back to work, and they're not running at 100%, but they are back to work.
Jesus, Irish, I thought I had a mucky mind. Oh, bless. Yeah, yeah, that's a thought.
What?
I keep on meaning to see if Chris has put the reviews up for the vape punk stuff yet.
I know he's been doing reviews of the Rochford project.
Yeah. No, that's funnily enough, I don't do. Oh, bless. Yes, sorry for anybody that's listening to the soundtrack. I'm not reading that one out.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Always use Crazy Wire. What's the best alternatives, and are they similar in price?
Stealth are a couple of quid more.
Yeah.
NK I haven't checked out yet because I only came across it. Oh, there we go. No, not yet. Rochford Project will be recorded today, then Vape Punks. Excellent, because I really want to see what you think to the Vape Punks. The Trapple. Oh,
the Trapple. Oh, that was gorgeous, though.
Now I'm really going. Yeah, I mean, the Stealth Vape, I've ordered a couple of bits from there. Never had a problem. They are quite... They're not the cheapest, but the quality is good.
Yeah,
it's clean. It's clean wire. Yeah. Nobody's cheaper than Crazy Wire work. Yeah, no, I'd agree with that, Bill.
But I haven't heard anything official, though. I've got to admit. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to have a look.
That's interesting. Apparently, Smooth has his eyes on Jenny's Pearberry and Trapple. If that's not the making for a soft porn movie, I've never heard one. Excellent, Bo.
Well, they're still on for sale now.
Yeah, there's 30% off at the minute on Crazy Wire, but it will be the end of the month, I think. I also noticed Samsung have been throwing around the cease and desist orders again.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that why they're doing that, but
yeah, it's getting a bit. Things is getting a bit silly.
Well, so did, I mean, let's face it, Sony did it as well. In fact, they was printing it actually on the batteries themselves at one point, but that seems to have disappeared.
End of April.
End of April.
Crazy Wire.
So get your stocks in now.
Yes, that's right, Iris. That was it was the American Vape Association that told Samsung to get stuffed.
His thing is, though, everyone will be going on to Molly cells.
Well, yeah, and I've been hearing some really good things about the Molly cells.
I can't fault them, I've got to admit.
Hiya, Simon.
Simon, fist bump.
Hello. Hope you're keeping well. As for wires, Carl uses Juice Junkie Shop. I've used them. They're spot on, good shipping. Oh, I'll have a look at that, Simon. Cheers for that, mate. Because you can never have enough 21 gauge. Never.
20 gauge for me. I like chicken wire.
The only thing I find with 21, it's a bugger to form because it so wants to spring back.
Do you think? I've never, ever since I've been 24 gauges of pain in the arse because I used to snap the wire. And mainly what I use is either 21 or 20 gauge. And I've been kind of stuck in that realm.
I may just have got a bad batch, but I use the jigs.
Yeah.
And I always find there's just the leg kicks back with the jig. So I end up sort of putting my thumb over the top and just kinking it so it stays straight. But
it depends on how I do it. Sometimes that's so like if I'm using my jig, I normally do an extra wrap anyway, and then take that out and then obviously pull it out so I've got straight leads.
Irish, me and blowtorches is a bad idea.
God, can you remember the day when you used to do that?
I was lucky I wasn't vaping back then.
God, yeah. Back in the day, yeah, if you was a proper builder, you'd get your wire and you'd heat it up first, and those were the days. And then there was another silly one, that especially in mech scene, they used to do it. So like once you got your mech, you'd pour your juice all up. Once you've done it, you've wicked it all up. You pour your juice all of it, and then you'd set light to it, and that made it so obviously you didn't have any breaking time for your cotton.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
Saint. No need. BFG had a bad experience with blowtorches. Just look at his head, for example. No. It's not blowtorches. It's the burning torches that the villagers were carrying. I still have my chest. Hiya, Vic. I still have my chest blow lamp. I had it up until we got first child, and then I got rid. But I've quite often done the old creme brulee with the blowtorch on the brown sugar. Yeah. Yeah, glad to see the channel's back up, Vic.
Yeah, big thumbs up.
Didn't say what head.
Ooh.
Saint, they'd have to be a bloody good shot. That's all I'm saying. Right.
Ooh.
What's that?
What he was saying. bit harsh.
Be right. I'll just pick a couple of the scabs off. It'll put it out. Right.
Ooh,
hey, I'm here all week. I still have my chest blowtorch from the old days of having to pre-fire wire. That's what we were talking about, Vic.
Yeah.
Pre-firing wire. They had tweezers and a microscope, so they was good. Can we leave my masturbation habits alone, please, Shane?
And on the other hand,
there's one thing.
Mm.
At least hamsters feel better when I drop my trousers.
Squeal!
Oh,
dear.
bless. Oh boy. So, if the channel's back up, does that mean we're getting a what's up?
Hopefully.
Be interested.
Still have the big bum. Oh, that's Burn. It's alright, I couldn't read. Blimey neck, you was actually being trusted with the a heat gun. Blimey neck.
Ah,
I used to do it though. I mean, you had all this kit that you're supposed to have when you was doing coils. Yeah, you had to fire it all up and all that. Don't do that anymore. Weird, isn't it?
that was to stop the springiness there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also cut out your preheating your coils as well.
Yeah, I suppose back in the day before the Watts race.
Yeah, you had to do it because obviously the mods that was available then wasn't powerful enough to heat it up, or if you did, you'd just drain your total battery out. Oh, the good old days. I do miss the good old days.
Jackie does it with her braids. Vic says he's going through the entire backlog of videos. All the juice reviews have to go for a start. They keep hitting notes. That's a shame.
It is.
But like I say, it's such a source of information for the new Vaporvix channel. You know, anything to keep it up. Vic with power tools is bad enough. I don't want to see him using fire, even if he was there when fire was invented. Irish, no need.
Oh, bless you.
Bloody hell. You are having a bad day, mate, aren't you? Straightens them out and then easier to coil. I'm intrigued. Braids is something I've always been interested in, but be interesting.
Yeah.
You ain't kidding, Jenny.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I mean, that is a lot of videos to lose.
Well, thousands of hours, man hours as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's heartbreaking. It really is, because let's face it, like we were saying before, Vic was putting up a video every single day, and sometimes he was putting up 2 videos a day. And that is a lot of videos, a lot of good information, a lot of good videos that he's going to lose. And it's
And the way that Vape Kit comes round full circle, you know, there's still a place for a lot of Vic's older reviews.
Yeah, of course there is.
You know, especially with the original sort of runs on decks and things, because you get wicking tips off it. I still use his back catalogue.
Yeah, I use his back catalogue a lot, especially when people are sort of like asking me about older mods or older RDAs and tanks, and it's sort of like, I can remember it, but I can't remember how you did such and such, and it was sort of like, it's just easier to go and have a look on Vic's because of how he detailed when he was actually wicking them. So it's yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's still people that watch the old Aspire Nautilus review and the Nautilus Mini.
Yeah. That is one thing I have learnt working at the vape shop that I do. They are still as popular now as they were back then.
Yeah, I cannot believe how many people are still using the Nautilus.
And the 1.6 BVC coils, they still use them. In fact, I think you could actually say that the Nautilus 1.6 BVC coils are probably the most popular coil ever. They've got to be.
There must be. I mean, at least they seem to have sorted out, because at one point, the BVCs, you really were spinning the roulette wheel when you bought a pack.
Originally, when they first came out, yeah, but brilliant.
Hey, our Tolmax says I still have the OG Nautilus and it's still in use.
My dad's still using one.
Yeah.
My dad's got the old the big one.
Well,
Or was it the 5mm one or whatever it was?
AD, my mate at work, up until he went over to the True Tank, he was using a Nautilus for a couple of years.
Hmm.
You know, it was his first tank. I think he had the Mini as well.
I've still got the one with, and I bought the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the cage that goes around it and everything.
They were quite.
Well, when you bought the
artistic,
cage,
weren't they?
well, the only thing that I didn't like about the Nautilus was the drip tip. Never liked the drip tip. But besides that, it was a great tank. And obviously, what we have in that cage on it, you never broke your glass when you dropped it.
Yeah. I don't think anybody ever got beat the draw, shall we say, for many years, did they, on the Nautilus? Because it's always been a lovely draw on it.
Yeah. I mean, the Nautilus is as good today as it was when it first came out.
Mm.
And it still does exactly what you want it to do for a mouth-to-lung vape.
Oh, yeah. I'd go with that. I mean, like we've always said, you don't have to get the latest kit. That Royal Hunter I picked up for a couple of quid at Expo.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite RDAs.
Mm.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoying that still.
There's a lot of old kit out there that is still relevant today. Loads of it.
Not so much on the, I would say with the stock coil, it would, if you went for an older model, you're potentially going to suffer with flavour. Yeah.
On some things.
Yeah, but with some of the RDTAs, the RDAs, the old stuff definitely stands toe to toe with some of the modern.
I mean, I dug out me Watofo Troll.
Yeah.
And that is just as good now than it was back then.
I still enjoy using my original OBS engine.
Oh, my OBS engine too. I love that one.
Bless.
And yeah,
Right.
Nautilus did put a spy where they are today. Yeah, totally.
If you ain't kidding. Right, well, we are rapidly approaching the 4 o'clock spot.
Blooming heck, that soon got round.
It has. It was all that music talk in the middle, mate. What done it? No. Considered Nautilus BVC coils are still one of the standard coils. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at
it was nothing special, Vic, but it worked. And you could get just as good of a vape off that today than anything that's new that's come out.
Well, like my Mad Dog. I still love using that Mad Dog. Yeah. God, the Moe's. Moe's RDA from 2015 still better than 90% of the new stuff and still innovative. God, it's hard to think there's stuff out there that's 5 years old now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean there's some plenty of old stuff out there that's, and I think if you can get hold of them, which you can, for a hell of a lot cheaper price than, I mean, I've been going back and getting old gear that was really expensive when it first came out, and you're picking them up for, you know, a couple of quid, and it's great.
Oh, I'm forever searching the clearance sections. Yeah. What I find really surprising, though, is stuff that was considered to be cutting edge 6 months ago. You go through the clearance pages.
Oh yeah.
The AIOs and the pods, they're just, you picking them up for a song. Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, nowadays, it doesn't matter what it is. A new tank, a new RDA, what's it got? A 3-month shelf life?
About that. About that. And then people start looking at it, oh, it didn't sell then. Yeah. K-Fun not really changed that much apart from styling. The Ailoon Fogger.
V2.
Yeah, direct to lunging on that. It sounded like a kazoo. It was a dang good tank though.
Oh, what was that RDA that had the fan in it? Can you remember that?
Oh, the turbo.
Yeah, that were it, the turbo.
Jesus,
that was a failure.
There's been some innovations sometimes, but the what's the one? Oh, I was just thinking of one then. Jesus H Christ, it's gone. Senior moment.
Are you having a senior moment, sir?
I'm having a senior moment. Right, it's 4:00. Can I just say a massive thank you to everybody that's joined us this afternoon? You are all diamonds. It started a bit serious, and thank you all for those wonderful messages. I've thoroughly enjoyed this afternoon.
It's been awesome.
I hope you have. And not a mention of Doctor Who.
I know. We should have talked about Doctor Who. But
We should have. I think we'll
save that for next week.
Yeah, we'll look at it for next week. Give chance for it, so we're not doing spoilers for those that haven't caught it already. Mark, thank you.
It's all right. I ain't done up.
You've been here.
Have I been here?
You've been here for 43 episodes, mate, and longer. Oh.
Well, before I go, just put AK82 up there, just for a quick look. Whee! There you go.
Yeah, don't forget the offer.
There you go, hidden. That was in and out rather quickly. Just to let everybody know, next Thursday will be the 100th episode of the Ohm service. So please come and join us.
Yes. Should be interesting.
Yeah, 100th episode.
Nearly 2 years of home service.
I know. Can't believe it.
Jesus. And that started off with you, camera, and a room full of people.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Now look at it.
I know. Now look at it.
I was waiting for Sainty to say you should go back to being Mark, camera, and a room full of people.
Oh, dear gosh.
Irish, I'm going to spoil your day now, mate. You never spoil my day.
No.
It's always a pleasure. Jenny, I hope you feel a bit more comfy soon, darling.
Definitely. Right, let's wrap this one up. I want to give a big shout to Steve. Thank you very much, matey. It's been an awesome show, and it's gone really, really quickly today. Very, very quickly. Guys in chat, thank you so much, and thank you for the spanners looking after chat as well. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you all on Thursday, 7 p.m.
Yes. In the meantime, be kind. Leave the drama at home. And brush that negativity off your shoulders.
And brush that negative off your shoulders. Right, so you're going to say bye-bye?
Oh, yes. See you later, folks.
Bye.
We'll catch you Thursday. Bye.
I don't know.
Dear Lord, Northern Cell just made a spontaneous appearance.